If you believe in the modern idea of peace, you might be an idiot. War! Good God, y'all. What's it good for? Actually, a lot. But what about giving peace a chance? All right, we've all heard the slogans, we've seen the signs, and we've all heard the crappy, overly hyped songs. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. The funny thing about all of these anti-war celebrities is that they don't see the irony in getting to spout their message of wanting peace only because there are American GIs fighting overseas against the very people who don't. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's John Lennon. Can I have an autograph?
Security! But peace is a two-way street. And what if the other guy doesn't want peace? What if he's more keen on blowing crap up? What then, Mr. Lennon? Okay, now I know what some of you are thinking. But Stephen, peace is still a noble idea. And what have you got against the great John Lennon? Okay, A, he was an egomaniacal pipsqueak who was possibly the biggest hypocrite to have ever walked the face of the planet. Imagine no possession like my Rolls Royce and Upper West Side penthouse. He also cheated on his wife repeatedly and abused his son. And I don't like that. And B, the ultimate goal of the peace movement is to destroy the idea of right and wrong, which is of course the reason that the anti-Christian message has been its fulcrum since the movement's inception. Believe it or not, the whole Christians and Jews are the cause of all wars card wasn't introduced by Bill Maher or John Lennon, but by Nero in 54 AD. You mean I'm not as original as I thought I was? Now see, Nero was an awful person who was on the constant lookout for scapegoats. And you guessed it, he chose the Christians. Now he did awful things to them. Most notably, he crucified the Apostle Peter on an upside-down cross in the shape of a V. The symbol used to represent this atrocity was known as the Sign of the Broken Christians, or Nero's Cross, or as we know it today, the peace symbol. Yes, folks, the peace symbol has a long and rich anti-Christian history, having been used by the Bolsheviks painting it on the churches they'd successfully managed to close, all the way to Hitler's SS brigades. Now see, the problem with the liberal secularists' ideal of peace is that it only exists in a world where right and wrong don't. Once you blur those lines enough, everything becomes subjective. You could just as easily blame the attacks of 9/11 on the United States as you would on the Taliban. There's no villain or good guy or bad guy, because that's just simple-minded. It was just a sad inability for two parties to come to an agreement. Give peace a chance.
You do realize you end up getting shot, right?
What? I don't want to get shot. What do you think? Is the modern idea of peace a noble one? How about war? Is it ever the answer? Does violence ever solve problems? Let me know. I would argue that violence is oftentimes the answer. Violence stopped Nazi Germany, ended Stalin's reign, liberated a country, freed the slaves, took out Saddam Hussein, and manages to fix every remote control I've ever owned. There we go.
Did I do that?
Oh, what will he do next?